Hey watchers, how are you today? Welcome back to my channel French Madness with Raveline. This video is all about self-introduction. But how do we introduce ourselves in French? Let's check it. But before proceeding, do you remember the top 15 French phrases that we learned last week? Well, if not, please check the link in the description box below, which will take you to my last video. Greetings. All introductions and communications begin with a greeting. So here we have bonjour. Bonjour is hello, and bonjour is the first word that you say when you introduce yourself to someone. Je m'appelle. My name is. So when you want to tell your name in French, you say je m'appelle, and then you add your name in the blank. We have an example here. Let's say your name is Della. So you will say, Je m'appelle Della. My name is Della. Your age. In order to tell your age in French, you say, j'ai, and then there's a blank, and then you say, on. This ANS here means years old. In English, we say, I'm 17 or I'm 18. We generally have a tendency to skip this years old in our sentence, but we cannot skip this step in French. So when you want to tell your age, you will say j'ai, your age, and then on. Let's imagine that you are 10 years old, and 10 in French is called 10. So here you'll say j'ai 10 ans. I am 10 years old. J'ai 10 ans. What's your nationality? So in order to tell your nationality to someone, you will say je suis, and then in the blank you will add your nationality. We'll take French as an example here. So if I want to say that I am French, I will say je suis française. Je suis française. Here I have a list of nationalities. You can choose your nationality from the given list and then you can frame your sentence. But you must be wondering, why are there two types of nationalities here? I'll simplify things for you. If you're a man, choose the left one, and if you're a woman, choose the right one. Why? I'll tell you later. You don't have to go in the details for now. So just relax. One thing to remember is that go for the left one if you're a man and go for the right one if you're a woman. And now I'm telling you the pronunciation for each one of them. So please listen carefully. For French, it's français, française. Canadian, canadien, canadienne. American, américain, américaine. Indian, indien, indienne. Chinese, chinois, chinoise. Spanish, espagnol, espagnol. Italian, italien, italien. Russian, russe, russe. German, allemand, allemande. So that's all. And I want to apologize here. I'm extremely sorry if I skipped your nationality. You can ask me your nationality in the comment section below. Where are you from? To answer this question, you say je viens de, which means I am from. And in the blank, you put your country's name. Je viens de. So where are you actually from? Europe, America, Africa, or Asia? Wherever you're from, just stick your country's name inside the phrase. We'll use France as an example. So I will say here, je viens de France. I am from France. Je viens de France. Your city, whichever city you live in, put the name of that city in the blank and say, j'habite à, and the name of that city. So where on the globe do you actually live? Just put the name of your city in the blank and then you're good to go. I'll use Toronto as an example here. So when you want to tell that you live in Toronto, you will say, j'habite à Toronto. I live in Toronto. What do you do in your life? Are you a teacher, a doctor, a businessman, an actor, a singer, a student, or a housewife? You just need to add your profession in the blank and say je suis, which means I am, and then your profession. Let's take teacher as an example here. So if you're a teacher, you will say je suis professeur. Je suis professeur, which means I am a teacher. Again, you can choose your profession from the list given below and frame your sentence. The same rule applies here. The left one goes for the men and the right one goes for the women. Let's work on the pronunciation now. Teacher, professeur, doctor, médecin, businessman, homme d'affaires, actor, acteur, actrice, singer, chanteur, chanteuse, student, étudiant, étudiante, housewife, femme au foyer. Now, how many languages do you speak? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Just add the number in the blank and say je parle and the number and then say langue. Simple as that. Je parle blank and then langue, which means I speak the given number of languages. Taking 3 as an example, we will say je parle 3 langues. 3 means 3. So, when you speak 3 languages, you will say je parle 3 langues. Your marital status. To tell this, you say je suis and then your status, which means I am and the status. If you're married, you will say je suis marié. You can see that I've added an extra E in the bracket. That extra E is for the women. There's no major change in the pronunciation, but when you're writing this, you have to add this extra E. But men don't have to worry about this extra E. You just have to focus on the thing outside of the bracket. This bracket is not for you. This is only for the women. So, when you're married, you say je suis marié. And when you're single, you say je suis célibataire. The last one, and this one's about your hobbies. So whatever you like to do, just add that in the blank and say j'aime and then your hobby, which means I like whatever you like. Taking reading as an example here, I would say j'aime lire, which means I like reading. The time to choose. Now choose your hobby from the given hobbies and complete your sentence. Now I'll pronounce these one by one and please listen to the pronunciation carefully. Dancing, danser. Singing, chanter. Listening to music, écouter de la musique. Playing, jouer. Studying, étudier. Sleeping, dormir. Watching TV, regarder la télé. Shopping, faire du shopping or magasiner. Again, please forgive me if I skipped your hobby, but you're free to ask your hobby from me in the comment section below. What did we learn today? We learned the greetings, how to tell your name, your age, your nationality, where are you from, where do you live, what's your profession, how many languages do you speak, what's your marital status, and what's your hobby. Well, now you know how to introduce yourself. And here's the test. Can you introduce yourself in the comment section below? I'm sure you can, and I would love to read your description in the comment section below. Please show this video some love by liking this video, sharing this video, and subscribing to my channel. I see you next Monday with a new video on the French accents. See you then. Bye-bye. Take care. Au revoir.